Hello?
ఓకే వస్తాను
Hello?
అమ్మాయి మాట్లాడితే వినపడిద్దండి.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Okay. Wait a few minutes. 1 minute.
Huh? I can't hear you properly.
You can't hear? Hello?
Now it's fine.
Now it's fine now?
Yeah. Madam is not there.
No. Here. Will come. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hello. Yes. Is it audible? Yes. Okay, right. Some technical issue with my camera. So
Okay,
that's why. So how I can request or reminding to join?
Only Vinay is there, ma'am. Others.
Vinay is there. How I can ask him to join? He will
We
join
can leave a
automatically.
message on his phone if host is having the phone.
Okay.
We need to.
Okay, if it is possible, contact him. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ask him to join because he is listening now. We cannot ignore him. That's
Correct.
it. Okay. Right. Now we are going to discuss about the type of Java applications. We can have 4 types of Java applications that can be designed or developed. So first one are the standalone applications. Second one are web applications, and third one are enterprise applications, and fourth one are mobile applications. Coming to standalone applications, the standalone applications are known as desktop applications or window-based applications, such as your antivirus software or such as your printer drivers. All these are the desktop applications. And coming to web applications, the applications which runs in a dynamic page or server side. So that is to be called as web application. So such as example for that is we have Java T-point which we learn different languages. That is javadpoint.com, like that w3sources.com. So all these are the various web applications that we can develop using this Java. And coming to enterprise applications, banking applications, various banking applications, or various that are marketing applications. All those can be developed using Java, right? And mobile applications, the devices, the apps that we can run in the mobile. So all those are the web applications, mobile applications, right? Android-based mobile applications, right? So all these can be developed by using Java, right? So these are all the various types of Java applications that we can develop. And coming to the history or creation of Java, history and creation of Java. So here, the 3 scientists, one is James Gosling, Mike Sheldon, and Patrick Norton. These 3 scientists initiated the Java language project in the year June 1991. So these are to be called as the small team of Sun engineers, which are called as Green Team, right? Sun Microsoft Systems, they first started this project, developing of Java in the year 1991. So initially it was developed for small embedded systems in electronic applications such as appliances such as set-top boxes and all those things, right? Now, firstly, it was called Green Talk. Initially, the name is not Java. Initially, it is called as Green Talk. With the file is also be represented. The program file will also be represented with an extension of .gt. Right. Suppose, for example, if we developed an application called index, we will represent that with .gt, index.gt, like that we will represent it. After that, it was called as Oak, with the name Oak, and which was developed as a part of Green project only, as a part of this Green project only. they added some advances to the basic development, and they called it as Oak, right? Then they changed the name to Java Coffee. So after the coffee from Indonesia, and finally they turned it to Java. They removed this term coffee. They fixed this term Java as the name for the programming language in the year 1995. So initially it was developed, the starting of development of Java was done in the year 1991. Initially it was called as Green Talk, then it was named as Oak, then it was named as Java Coffee, later it was named as Java in the year 1995, right? Now, later in 2010, the Oracle Corporation acquired Sun Microsystems and ownership of Java as well. So already I said you that the Java starting development of Java itself done in the Sun Microsystems, right? So this Sun Microsystems is owned by the Oracle Corporation in the year 2010. In addition to these Sun Microsystems, its development Java is also owned by the Oracle Corporation. Now, the current owner of Java is Oracle Corporation, right? Now, James Gosling, why he developed this Java? So he has a single motto by creating this language. That motto is nothing but write once, run anywhere. So he has to write the program once. He wants to run the program anywhere in the system. In my system, the program can be written. Same program you can copy and you can execute it in your own system, right? So write once, run anywhere. With this motto only, these scientists developed Java program, right? Now, coming to the editions of Java, we have 3 editions. One is Java Standard Edition, which is to be called as SE. Next one, Java Enterprise Edition, which is to be called as EE. Another one is Java Micro Edition, which is called as ME. Now, Standard Edition, which contains basic and core library elements used for basic Java application. Generally, we use Standard Edition, right? Enterprise Edition, this edition has programming interfaces such as servlets, Java server pages, Java beans, etc. This is advanced programming, right? And Java Micro Edition, which is used to program Java in cell phones, set-top boxes, handhelds, so the handheld instruments, right? For developing applications, in all these components, we can use this micro edition, right? Now, for writing our Java programs, we will use Java Standard Edition, right? So these are the 3 editions that we have in Java, right? And what are the different versions of Java? So Java first version was developed in the year 1995, right? In the year 2006, Sun released Java as a free and open source software. It is a free and open source software, and it is named as Java Standard Edition. Now, after that, the major releases for Standard Edition were done in the year 2006, 2014, 2018, and 2021. The latest version is Java SE 17, which was done in the year 2021, right? And here in 2023 also, in last year, that latest version SE 20, Standard Edition 20 was released, right? But these two, Java SE 8, SE 11, SE 17 are identified as the long-term support versions. Many years these versions were used by the programmers to develop the applications, right? And coming to Java-based products, so here you can see that Eclipse, NetBeans, Hadoop, Android, all these are the popular Java-based projects only. And Google has huge percentage of its developments in the Java itself. And Accenture is also using Java for most of its clients projects for developing their clients projects. It is using, right? And coming to other companies, Intel, Symantec, Philips, Thomson, these are Java users only. And Java can also be used in the Android game development, and it also be used in developing the PUBG game, which is very popular game, right? Now, and coming to Java, now, since Java 2007, in 2007, Java has a wide accepted standard overseen by the Java community, right? And it has grown to become one of the most widely used Java programming languages, which is used to develop various applications. From 2007 onwards, the utility of Java is increased exponentially, right? And coming to the various concepts, features of Java. So here, all these are the various features of Java. It is object-oriented, it is simple, secure, platform-independent language, robust language, portable, architecture-neutral, dynamic. It is an interpreted language. It is a high-performance language, multi-threaded, and distributed. All these are the features of Java, right? Now we will see all these features one by one. First one, object-oriented language. So we know that Java is a object-oriented programming language. Here in case of Java, everything is performed using objects only. And Java can be easily extend as it is based on object models. That is, wherever if I want to extend the program, or if I want to do any modifications in the program, those are all can be easily done in Java, since it is based on objects. Various objects are there. In which object I want to do the modifications, I can do those modifications. And it is a very simple language, since it uses all high-level concepts. We can use high-level English statements. For printing the statement, we can use just simply print statement, right? For inputting the data, we can use scanner. For scanning the values, we can use scanner. Like that, number of syntaxes or symbols or statements that what we are using are present in the English only. So that's why it is a very simple language, and it is very easily understandable language. And it is a secure language as well. I already said you that here Java mainly concentrates, since it is an object-oriented programming language, it mainly concentrates on data, not on algorithm. So it provides more security to the data, since the data is present locally to the functions and locally to the objects. And here we are not using any explicit pointers for the representation of Java. For accessing the variables or for doing all those things, we are not using any pointer concepts in case of Java. So that's why it is more secure. And coming to the next features of Java, it is platform independent. It is platform independent. So we cannot write the program in one system, and we cannot run the program in another system in case of C and C++. Those are not platform independent, right? But Java is a platform independent, right? So anywhere, in any platform, we can write, and anywhere we can run the program, right? And it is a robust language. Java checks the code during the compilation time and runtime as well. It completely takes care of memory allocation and releasing also. So in case of C language, their memory should be allocated explicitly by the programmer. Memory should be released explicitly by the programmer. But here, automatic memory allocation, automatic memory releasing automatic garbage collection, all these things are there in Java. So that's why we can call it as a robust language. And it is portable. Portable means an application which is written in one platform can easily be ported to another platform. Since it is platform independent, anywhere we can write the program and we can use it at anywhere. So since it is portable from one system to one platform to another platform, so we can call it as a portable language. And which run on all operating systems as well. Suppose, for example, you developed a Java program in the Windows operating system. You can use the same Java program what you developed in the Windows operating system, that can be copied and that can be run in the Ubuntu as well, right? So in any operating system, we can run the program irrespective of their architecture, right? That's why we can call it as a portable language. And coming to the next one, architecture neutral. Architecture neutral. Sometimes that is data types. Suppose, for example, if you are taking the data types, in case of C, int data type, if I take int, it occupies 2 bytes of memory for 32-bit. And it takes 4 bytes of memory for 64-bit architecture. But whatever it may be the architecture of your system, whatever it may be the memory organization of your system, in case of Java, the int takes 4 bytes only. Even it is a 32-bit architectured system or it is 64-bit architectured system, for integer value storing, Java takes 4 bytes of memory. So it is not depending upon the architecture. It is architecture neutral. In any architecture, the memory space occupied by the int or by float or by Boolean values will not be changed, right? And dynamic, it is evaluated at runtime and execution is carried out. So that's why not only in the compile time, at runtime is the program can also be evaluated. So that's why we can call it as a dynamic language. And it is interpreted language. And it is interpreted language, right? So interpreted language means it is not a compiled language. C is a compiled language. We can execute C programs in a compiler, right? But Java is an interpreted language, right? Interpreted language means one by one, whatever the instructions that we have written, those instructions are checked one by one, not as a block of program. So every instruction, one by one, the instructions are to be checked, right? And it is a high performance systems. It can be used, right? It is an evolving system, and a higher performance can be provided rather than the every version. Whenever we are getting best versions, next versions in the Java, we are getting high performance, and it is a multi-threaded programming. That is, we can have multiple tasks. We can run multiple tasks parallelly. We can develop multiple tasks, and those multiple tasks can be done parallelly. And so that's why it is to be called as multi-threaded programming. And distributed. That is, all internet information is distributed between various computers. Java is designed for the distributed environment of the internet. That is, in Java, the objects from 2 different computers allows to access methods remotely. That is, here we have one computer and we have other computer. This is having an object which is related to a program, and this is having an object which is related to a program. This is having a method 1, this object, and this object is having method 2. If this object needs method 1, it can access method 1 from here. If this object needs method 2 can be accessed from here. Each method is having its own task. Each method can do its own task, right? So the methods can be accessed remotely, right? So all these are the different features of Java. So what are the features? Object-oriented, simple, secure, platform-independent, robust, portable, architecture-neutral, dynamic, interpreted, high-performance, multi-threaded, and distributed language. Right? Now, these are all the features of Java. And coming to the principles of Java principles. So, the main principles of Java are abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. These are all to be called as object-oriented programming concepts, object-oriented programming principles. These four are to be called as object-oriented principles, right? Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. What about each and every one? Let us see. Abstraction. What is abstraction? Hiding the implementation details from the user and only providing the functionality to the user. That is to be called as abstraction, right? So here you can see a diagram. Here, he is the car owner, right? Using abstraction, he can have like this. Without using abstraction, he can have like this, right? That is, car owner knows only the functionality. How car, so by moving the steering or by holding on that is gear, by operating on the gears and all these things, he can control the car, right? Just he knows the functionality, but he don't know how internally all these parts are arranged. He don't know how all these parts are arranged, right? So hiding the internal details and only showing the functionality is to be called as abstraction. In case of Java, abstraction can be achieved by abstract classes and interfaces. We can see later in our further classes what is meant by abstract class and what is meant by interface. Right. Now here you can see a car dashboard abstracts the internal mechanism of the car and provides essential information to the driver. Driver need to know how to operate the steering, how to operate the brake, how to operate the accelerator, how to operate the other things. He don't know how all these are operating, how all these are working. So internal mechanism is not known to the driver. That is to be called as abstraction, right? Next, coming to encapsulation. How various components are combined within a capsule, right? Here, Java class encapsulates methods and members, right? So it binds code and data together. It binds code and data together. That is, suppose for example, here I have a class car, right? This car class is having data such as what is the model of the car, what is the color of the car, like that. And it is having the methods brake and accelerate, like all these are the functions of the car, right? Just these explains the characteristics, these explains the functions. Combined together, binding together is to be called as encapsulation. How if you see a medical capsule, how various components, chemical components are combined together and put in a capsule, like that. That's why only with that concept only they call this as encapsulation, right? Now, next one, inheritance. Inheritance means obtaining the properties from the parent class. Obtaining the properties. One class acquires the properties from parent class. That is to be called as inheritance. So the parent class is to be called as superclass, which inherits the properties. That is to be called as a subclass. Okay, which is being inherited is called as parent class, which inherits is to be called as subclass. Now here you can see a father and son. Son is to be called as child class or subclass. Parent is to be called as superclass. He can acquire the properties such as character from his father, or color, eyes, different things, features, different things, right? That is to be called as inheritance, right? Next one, coming to polymorphism. One can be represented in many forms. That is to be called as polymorphism. Here you can see speaking. So here animal, this animal speaks in one way, this animal speaks in one way, and this animal speaks in other way. So this speaks in this way. This speaks in this way, but this speaks in this way. Anyway, all are speaking only. All are speaking only, right? So the speaking can be represented in three forms here, right? Polymorphs. Poly ante many, marks ante forms, many forms. One can be represented in many forms. That is to be called as polymorphism, right? I hope that you understand the OOPS principles, right? Now, coming to class. What is a class? A class is a set of objects which shares common characteristics. Suppose, for example, if you are taking a car, So a car is, if you take a car, here we have Alto K10 car, right? You can take another models of the cars, right? Alto K8, right? Like Suzuki, you can take Suzuki, or you can take Maruti. Like that, different cars may be there, right? Now, all these are sharing common characteristics. Every car is having its own color. Every car is having accelerator. Every car is having speed, like that, sharing the common properties. So all these are to be called as objects. The collection of all these objects is to be called as a class, right? Or we can say that, so here a class is not a real world entity. It is just a template or blueprint. Now, can we show a real world human? We are calling that man. I can show a man. Woman, I can show a woman. But if I am calling human, man and woman are the parts of human beings. That is, these are the objects of human being. Human is a class. Man and woman are the objects of that class. Here, this will not physically exist. This is just logical. But these are physically existing, right? So, class is not a real world entity. It is just a template or a blueprint. It will not occupy any memory. It is having a group of variables and methods, right? So, that is to be called as a class. And coming to class, here you can write human class, man, woman, child, fruit class, apple, mango, banana, phone, iPhone, Samsung, Nokia, food, pizza, burger, rice. These physically exist. This is a logical one, right? How you write a class? So here like this, you can write a class. This is the syntax for writing the class. Class, here we need to write the class name. Within two brackets, we can write the body of the class. So here you can see the example. Public, here this is to be called as access specifier. Sometimes we write, sometimes we may not write. So here you can see class name. The class name is person, string name. This is to be called as field or variable, method, print name. Here we are going to print the name of that particular person, right? So this is the procedure for writing a class, right? Now after that, we can see object. So here, objects are nothing but instances of class. Objects are nothing but instances of class. Object consists of state, behavior, identity. Okay, identity is nothing but name of the dog. So here we are saying that the dog, a class, right? Now, if I am taking that dog 1, dog 2, dog 3. Each dog is having its own identity, its own name, state or attributes. Breed. What is the breed of this dog 1? What is the breed of dog 2? What is the breed of dog 3? What is the age of dog 1? Age of dog, age of dog. And coming to behavior. Barking. How dog 1 barks, how dog 1 sleeps, how dog 1 eats. In the same way, how dog 2 barks, how dog 2 sleeps, how dog 2 eats. Like that. So each object is having its own state, behavior, and identity. Right. Now, this is to be called as an object. Right. And coming to initialization of object, how it can be done? We use new operator. How we write? Class name, object, new class name. This is the new operator. With this new operator, we can create the object. Right. Now, here you can see bicycle is my class name. My object name is sports bicycle, new class constructor. Here it is to be called as class constructor. Right. Here, bicycle is the class name. Touring bicycle. Sports bicycle is one object. Touring bicycle is another object in the bicycle class. Right. So here in the same way, you can see class dog. Dog 1, dog 2, dog 3, dog 4. So here all these are the 4 objects of this dog class. Like this, we can create an object. Right. Now, access the members of a class. How to access the members of a class? With the period operator, we can access the members of a class. Right. Now here you can see, this is a class. Here it is having a variable get and it is having a method breaking. Now here we created an object for that bicycle. Object name is equal to new bicycle. Now how to access that one? Object name dot its variable name, or object name dot its method name. Like this, with the period operator, we can access the members of a class by using any object. Right. And method. What about a method? A method is a block of code or collection of statements which are used to perform a specific task or an operation, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, whatever it may be the operation that we want to do. Right. And here you can see how to do the method declaration. Here you can see we can write access specifier, we can write return type of the method, we can write method name, and if any parameters are there for that method, we can write the parameters list. And here we write the method body for method. This is to be called as method header, and this is to be called as method signature. Right. So like this, we can write the method. Right. Here we have 2 types of methods, predefined methods and user-defined methods. Predefined methods are which are already defined in the Java itself, length, equals to, compare, square root. All these are the predefined methods. User-defined methods means the programmer defines a method. So here you can see, this is the method defined by me. Find, even, odd is the method defined by me. Here I am giving a number. So that is what I want to find is whether this number is either even or odd I want to find. So for that I divided that number with the, I did the modulo division of that number with 2. If I get the result as 0, I can say that it is even, otherwise I can say that it is odd. That is, this method is having its own functionality. This functionality should be written within the method. Right. So this is to be called as method. Now, what is the signature of main function? How to write the main function? This is the signature of main function. Public, static, void, main, and string parts. Every method, whatever the method we are writing in Java, that should be written within a class. Without class, I cannot write anything in the Java. So that's why the main method should also be written within a class only. Right. So here we will discuss about all these things. Okay, now main is the name of the method. Every program, the Java program execution starts from the main method only, right? So next, coming to the next word, public. Public is the access specifier. That is, anywhere the main method should be accessed, right? Wherever we execute the Java program, the JVM always looks for the main method. So that's why it should be accessed. Anywhere it should be accessed. That's why we have given it as a public, right? Access modifier, access specifier. And coming to static, always the main method should be static method. Static method means without creating object, we can access the main method. So actually, for accessing a method which is present in a class, we need to create an object. So object name dot method name we need to write. Object name dot use the period operator, right? That we already explained. Like this only we can access the methods. Here main method is also a method, but for accessing the main method without creating any object to this class, we made it as a static. It is a static method, right? Now, next, string args. String args is nothing but the parameters that what we are passing to the main method. And also void. Void represents the return type. Here, main method is not returning anything. For the representation of that, we are using string void, right? And string args are nothing but the arguments that what we are passing to the main method. These can be accessed as the command line arguments, right? Now, these are all the various portions that are present within the main method, right? So I hope that you understand whatever the concepts that we discussed till now. So we'll discuss more details about these objects, classes, methods, and how to write Java programs, all these things in our further classes. I
Sure,
hope
ma'am.
that,
Thank you.
thank you so much. So I'm going to end the session now. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.